I really want a nice car. She wants to give me a Mercedes C-Class. I will accept that car.
No, I started with a Honda or a Toyota, and then it barely gets.
I will be happy with that car, but I want my G-Wagon. I want my G-Wagon!
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering, and there seems to be this like hilarious self-own going on with the left, in particular those whining and complaining about paying for their verification tick. Now, I don't believe that Elon Musk should be wasting time tying the verification tick to paying $8 a month. I think at best, he should just, really, he should just fix the broken program where people that clearly should have them but are disallowed them for political or ideological reasons get them, and that journalists with 800 followers who wrote 2 articles for Vox 7 years ago lose them. I think that the verification program simply needs to be managed better. It doesn't need to be a pay for a tick program. It doesn't make much sense to me. But that said, the meltdown has been amazing in basically every conceivable way, including Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez's self-own. Like, all these libs are self-owning when they're like saying, well, I thought free speech didn't cost anything. Now you want $8. I mean, I've seen the same duplicate or the exact same take about a dozen times from prominent liberals. And what it really does is it exposes themselves in saying that, well, actually, I think that the only free speech is when I have a blue check mark. You can see some of these tweets. Genevieve, whatever, Elon Musk, let's have free speech. Also, Elon Musk, $8 a month. Again, I don't get it. Verification on social media equals free speech to these people. This has 11,000 likes. Here's Ben Shapiro hilariously dunking on Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Lamau and a billionaire earnestly trying to sell people on the idea of free speech is actually $8 a month. Again, there's absolutely nothing stopping people from using Twitter without a verification tick. I've done it since day one, and I have 210,000 followers or something like that. Okay? Ben Shapiro tweets, free speech does not mean that services must be free of charge. Use your phone for free speech, but you also pay for a phone plan. Tim Pool even with a more fair take. I'll spend $8 after Elon frees his political prisoners and releases documents on the DHS collusion with Twitter to control and suppress information. Considering he's already working with, quote, new knowledge, I really doubt he will do anything. Well, let's see if Tim gives it up. You know, Tim's been pretty black-pilled on this, and it's kind of tiring a little bit. But then you get Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez's hot take, and it is amazing. Somebody simply replies to her, why aren't the New York Times, the Washington Post, and the Atlantic free? Their billionaire owners should stop being greedy and give us their products for free. She writes, are you seriously equating an app where people are torrenting racial slurs at an accelerated clip? That's also fake news. With the New York Times? Also, FYI, legacy papers actually care about verifying newsworthy sources and that they don't charge their journalists/creators for priority placement. Are you kidding me? Viva Frey replies with, verifying newsworthy stories. The New York Times is, in fact, exponentially more dangerous and damaging than random idiots dropping naughty words on Twitter to be edgy or sabotage the platform. But if you ever how to cause a meltdown for only $8, you're right, the New York Times is much worse than Twitter. It's like so hilarious that like these people, they don't get it at all. And this initial tweet gets 361,000 tweets or likes. Even Sean, it's so true, Queen. What would you do to protect online free speech? David Sachs, why aren't the New York Times, for free? 23,000 likes. Again, the classic meme, tax the rich. So true. Tax the rich. Oh my God. WTF. It's like a total hilarious like they're just trying to gaslight everybody into thinking that the only possible way to experience free speech is with a blue check mark. Apparently, I don't really understand this point. It's been hilariously so funny. Here's Trevor Noah salty about it. I think that what it really is when you peel this away, what does this really reveal? Outside of the fact that 40% of my viewers are not yet subscribed across the platform. So wherever you're watching my videos, please do subscribe today. There will be a point where I'm not uploading 7 Elon Musk videos a day. And that day is quickly coming. I cover everything in news, tech, basically everything but hard politics on this channel, and that's getting closer by the day as well. But the real reason, by the way, thank you everyone who's subscribing this week. I really, really, really appreciate it. Is they know once John Q. Public can get a check mark, right? Once John Q. Public can get their check mark, they will not be seen as their elite class. They will be no different than the plebeians who have $120 a year. I'm sorry, $96 a year to pay for the check mark. And it's not just the check mark, it's also the additional services. So me, as a content creator, that has value. I don't care about the check mark. Don't care. People know it's the real me on Twitter. I don't think that deboosting and shadow banning should be something I have to pay to get rid of. And I don't think that's exactly what Elon is saying here. But I don't care about that. I care about, being able to upload 10-minute versions of my videos to Twitter, because Twitter doesn't like when you link out to your own videos. They actively deboost those. However, for the average user, there's really no reason to pay for it unless you want to be able to edit your tweets. There's some new tools. I'll show you actually. There's this tool, which seems kind of nice. When I go here, top articles, it makes me, see, I don't know if this is on free or not. I just never noticed it before. I don't think it is. So this is nice for me to see like what the people I follow are talking about and people they follow are talking about. And you can filter this stuff. So that's kind of a nice little feature. I don't think it's worth $8 to the average person, unless $8 a month just isn't, it's not a relevant amount of cash for you. I still have 207,000 followers. Here's a tweet from 10 minutes ago with 40 likes. When I disagree with Tim, people like that. I like Tim. He's just too dang black-pilled. All right, it's annoying. Trevor Noah knows, Trevor Noah slams Elon Musk's verification plan. Charge white people to say the N-word and Twitter will be the most profitable company. Hardy, har, 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 har. I'd say that, people would have seen that, but nobody watches The Daily Show anymore, so I had to read an article about it. You see, Trevor Noah railed against Elon Musk. This is not a controversial thing, this $8 thing, by the way. It's simply not. It's what, a couple of blue check marks whining, and I'm telling you, the real reason they're whining is because they will now be seen as the same as the plebeians who just want to pay for it. And that people will see that check mark on Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and think she's paying for it. Or like these lib journals, because they're certainly not the same way with conservative journals. These lib journals who have like 2 pieces published in Vox, and they use that as like a pickup line with soy-infused half-shaved head ladies. Like, did you know I'm verified on Twitter? That's probably a real panty dropper for some of these girls. But they probably don't have the $8 a month to do it. They'll pay that for a soy latte, but they don't want to pay that to Elon Musk. It's also the fact that they have to pay to Elon, a man they hate. That's really bothering them. Now, there will be people that say, oh, being unverified is the new cool. But that'll just be a cope, I assure you. Like, AOC will be like, oh, I've just unverified myself because I'm a woman of the people. Keep spending taxpayer dollars to Ukraine to fund a war. seeing how that's working out for her. AOC hits Elon Musk's possible Twitter verification change. I mean, has she got a single piece of legislation passed? That's a genuine question. Those who pay will get priority in replies. Replies, mentions, and search, and the ability to post long videos and audio to see half as many ads. I don't like getting priority in search. I don't think that's reasonable either. I certainly don't get priority in search. But I think that it's funny that like all these people whining and complaining, you must trust it is not about the money. It's about being seen as not elite and not a lord or lady. Well, that's a different thing. But so that's one thing. I would rather see no check marks whatsoever. Nobody gets a check mark. Why do you need it? Because people say, well, to protect for imposters. You mean if you're a lefty? I went to Twitter a dozen times, showed them several imposter accounts, showed them several articles, showed them my YouTube channel, and they always say, well, you're not noteworthy enough. Ooh, sick burn, Twitter guy with 18 roommates. Either fix a verification system or get rid of it, but watching AOC whine and complain about it and gaslight people is pretty hilarious. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.